I could freestyle about it, preach about it, or go off top of the head. But today I bought my notes so I could resurrect the dead. Yeah! Greetings and blessings to my navigators of the seven seas. I am your locksmith, your symbologist, and metaphysical tour guide, Flat Archie 5000, and I'm back with another one as we navigate through the land of Pineal. Today we're going to unlock your Solomon's Temple to decode the history and science of sigil magic. So as always, strap on your helmet and buckle up your spacesuits because we're on a mental voyage and we're about to take off before the walls of Jericho come crumbling down. In the tradition of entering Solomon's Temple, we must use a meditative master key to help us stay on the path of enlightenment. It is these divine words that have a literal, allegorical, and metaphysical message attached to them when understood in its proper context. So today we give honors and respect to a mastermind and writer known as Rosemary Guiley, who once said, "Real magic is not about gaining power over others. It's about gaining power over yourself." Let me repeat it one more time for those of you who may have been sleepwalking in the darkness. Rosemary Guiley once said, "Real magic is not about gaining power over others. It's about gaining power over yourself." Go on and meditate on that and click your heels 3 times while I ring this bell of enlightenment for that powerful meditative key of wisdom as you enter the corridors of your Solomon's Temple. Let's get to it, shall we? No time to waste. Okay, masterminds, take note that sigils have been used for centuries, spanning various cultures and traditions. These powerful symbols have been used for rituals, spells, and ceremonial magic to communicate with the spiritual world and manifest desires and unlock hidden knowledge. In this demonstration, we will explore the history of sigils, tracing their origins from ancient civilizations to modern occultism. So with that said, let me start off by pointing out that sigils can be traced back to ancient civilizations such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Greece, where these symbols were used in religious and magical contexts. In Mesopotamia, cuneiform tablets dating back to the 3rd millennium BCE contain magical inscriptions and symbols known as Korok that were used to invoke deities, protect against evil spirits, and bring about positive outcomes. These symbols were often inscribed on clay tablets or amulets and were believed to hold potent magical powers. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, hieroglyphs were used as symbols of power and protection, with each symbol carrying specific meanings and energies. Thus, the Eye of Horus, for example, was a popular symbol used to ward off evil and protect the wearer from harm. Hieroglyphs were also used in magical spells and rituals to invoke the gods and goddesses and harness their divine energies for healing, divination, and spiritual transformation. Let's ring the bell for that. Thus, in ancient Greece, sigils were used to practice of magic, known as the Gotia, which involved the invocation of spirits and demons to achieve specific goals. The Greek magician would create sigils representing the spirits they wished to summon, and would use these symbols in rituals to establish a connection with the otherworldly entities. These sigils were believed to serve as gateways between the physical and spiritual realms, allowing the magician to communicate with and command the spirits. Keep in mind that the use of sigils continued to evolve and adapt throughout the medieval period, with the rise of Western esoteric traditions such as alchemy, Kabbalah, and ceremonial magic. Thus, in the Middle Ages, alchemists used sigils in the process of creating the Philosopher's Stone, a mythical substance believed to transmute base metals into gold and confer eternal life. These alchemical sigils represented the elements, planetary energies, and alchemical principles that governed the transformation of matter and the soul. During the Renaissance, the practice of sigil magic reached new heights with the publication of grimoires such as the Key of Solomon and the Lesser Key of Solomon, which contained sigils and magical seals for summoning angels, demons, and other spiritual entities. These grimoires outlined the intricate rituals and invocations for working with sigils to achieve knowledge, power, and protection. The sigils in these grimoires were often attributed to specific spirits and entities, with each symbol serving as a conduit for their energies. The process of creating a sigil is known as sigilization, and it is believed to involve tapping into the subconscious mind to access hidden energies and align oneself with the universal forces. Let me ring the bell for that. I'm going to repeat that one more time. The process of creating a sigil is known as sigilization and is believed to involve tapping into the subconscious mind to access hidden energies and align oneself with the universal forces. Thus, one of the key concepts in understanding sigils is the idea of correspondence, which is the belief that everything in the universe is interconnected and can be linked through symbolic associations. This principle is central to alchemy, the ancient practice of transmuting base metals into gold and achieving spiritual enlightenment. Alchemists believed that the universe was a vast web of interconnected energies, and by understanding these connections, they could manipulate the forces of nature to alter reality and achieve their goals. Thus, in the alchemical tradition, sigils are used to represent the various elements and principles that govern the physical and spiritual realms. Each sigil is imbued with specific qualities and attributes that correspond to the element it represents, such as fire, water, air, and earth. By meditating on these symbols and invoking their energies, practitioners of alchemy can harness the elemental forces to bring about transformation and achieve their desired outcomes. For example, the sigil of fire, which is often represented as a triangle with a point facing upwards, symbolizes passion, creativity, and transformation. Thus, by focusing on this sigil during a ritual or meditation, an alchemist can achieve the fiery energy of that specific element to ignite the inner fire and propel themselves towards their specific goals. Similarly, the sigil of water, depicted as a crescent, moon, or a wave, embodies emotions, intuition, and the unconscious mind. By connecting with this sigil, one can tap into their fluid and intuitive energies of the element to enhance their psychic abilities and gain insights into hidden truths. In addition to representing the elements, sigils in alchemy also convey deeper esoteric meanings that relate to the spiritual journey of the practitioner. These symbols are often imbued with archetype energies and cosmic symbols that transcend the limitations of the physical world and connect the individual to the divine. For example, the sigil of the Philosopher's Stone, a symbol of the ultimate goal of alchemy, representing the merging of opposites and a union of the material and spiritual realms. By meditating on this sigil, one can attune themselves to the higher spiritual frequencies and manifest their inner alchemical transformation. Question: what is the purpose of understanding sigils, and what can one expect by using this specific body of knowledge? Answer: by understanding the deeper meaning of sigils and incorporating them into one's spiritual practice, one can tap into the hidden energies of the universe and unleash their full potential for transformation and enlightenment. The key phrase of the day is "I am." Thus, one must understand that sigils are believed to have a direct impact on the subconscious mind, bypassing the rational faculties and accessing deeper levels of consciousness. This is why sigils are often used in rituals and spells to program the subconscious with a specific intention or desire. By focusing on the sigil and visualizing the desired outcome, Practitioners can imprint their subconscious mind with the desired reality and align themselves with the universal energies that will bring about the manifestation of their specific goals. Also, keep in mind that sigils are potent symbols that hold esoteric and alchemical meanings that can be utilized to manifest desires, communicate with the spirit world, and unlock hidden knowledge. These symbols are imbued with elemental energies, archetype symbols, and cosmic correspondence that connect the practitioner to the universal forces and empower them to achieve their goals. So as always, in Solomon's Temple, I leave you in peace with these powerful words. The intention of manifestation is the art of invoking mind over matter. Let the God repeat that one more time. The intention of manifestation is the art of invoking mind over matter. Ashe, ashe,